What you guys, got another product review here for you, sent over by GearBest. This is the Velocifire VM01 gaming keyboard, sent over by GearBest, and a mechanical keyboard at £43.60. I don't know how they do it, but it's a pretty awesome keyboard for that price. Inside the box you're going to get your key remover, the keyboard, and your quick user guide. The keyboard is about 18 inches long and 6.5 inches wide, which is a matte black plastic finish. It's compatible with all versions of Windows, including Windows 10, Linux, Android and iOS. Has a USB interface, and you can see there USB 1.1 interface. It does work with all versions of USB as far as I know, and also it has all your function keyboard combo layout here, which you can push on the keyboard by using the function key, and it is a 5-mode sort of color scheme with a teal sort of color scheme. You can't change the colors, it is one color, which is like a teal color. Also the cable is 1.8 meters long, and also it's not braided, but it is gold plated on the end, and it is a USB cable. Now this is also compatible with all versions of USB, as you can see here. Now the Zorro brown switches are pretty decent for gaming, so if you're a gamer and you want to get yourself a budget keyboard and you don't want to spend a lot of money, then this is the one. And I'm a gamer myself, and I've been using it for a while, and I think it's pretty damn awesome for gaming. So let's take a look at some features on this. We're going to look at the side profile here. Now again, the side profile is pretty nice. It's risen at the back, and as you can see it does give it a nice feel, but there is no palm rest on this one, and there's also no stand-up feet on the bottom, so you can't lift the feet up to rise the back of the keyboard. It does have these rubber anti-slip pads on here, and it is a plastic build, but the build quality on this is pretty good. So let's take a look at the keys, how you remove them. It's pretty straightforward. You just put the key remover here and just remove the keys, and you can see these Zorro brown switches there, which are the Cherry MX brown switch clones, and there's nothing wrong with these at all. There are double shot keys here, as you can see, which gives it some longevity as well, so they should still keep their patterns on there. And you can see the functionality of the key there as it goes up and down. And that's what a mechanical keyboard is. Now also the fonts here, if you look at the fonts, they're pretty different from a standard font. And to put the key back, you just push it back on, just like so. So it's easy to keep clean as well, to remove any sort of debris. Push the function key here and use your cursor keys to go up and down, and this will change the speed of the light and the brightness of the light. Also you can use the function key and the screen key, which will change the modes, and there is 5 modes here for this one, and I'll just go through them here so you can see. Now again, this is an LED backlit, it's not an RGB, but at £40 it's pretty good, and you may see a slight flicker on the screen there from the colours, but it's flawless, it really is. But it's just the camera, the way it's picking it up. And if you're interested in that big long mat that I have in the background, I will put a link in the description for you, and it covers the whole of your table, which is pretty nice as well. If you're a gamer, it gives you plenty of space. So the next mode we've got here is just your standard backlit color, and you can change the brightness on this. There is 3 settings. Again, we'll take a look at the breathe mode here as well. Now the breathe mode also has 3 different speeds, and I'll show you how to use those. It's the function and the cursor keys. And again, the keyboard lifespan is 50 million times, and also the key pressure on this when you push them down is 40 to 50 grams on this keyboard. And you can see here the side profile. Now there is no riser feet at the back, which may be a bit of a concern for some people, and also no palm rest, but most keyboards nowadays at this sort of size are really narrow, and they don't come with a palm rest. So if that does bother you, you can always buy yourself one of those palm rests. You can see I put my hands here, and I've been gaming with this keyboard for a while, and it's not caused me any problems, and it's pretty nice. You can see the backlit part here. I took a couple of photographs just to show you how well lit it is, and the font there is not a standard font, but I quite like it. It's quite a nice little look to the actual keyboard, and remember this is only £40 as well. So as you can see, the overall feel and look of the keyboard is pretty nice. And remember, this is £43, and if you are in the market for a gaming keyboard, a mechanical gaming keyboard, then the brown switches, the Zorro brown switches, is the way to go. And it's also only 43 quid, and you're going to get yourself a pretty awesome gaming keyboard. And this is probably one of the best budget gaming keyboards out there right now, and the experience on it is pretty nice, I must admit. So let's take a look at the anti-ghosting effect and what that does and what that means. So anti-ghosting, if you don't know what that means, is when you push keys down, you can push more than one key down simultaneously and it will still register. Now if you're using a membrane sort of backed keyboard or a mechanical feel type keyboard, then this is really going to impede you and it's going to cause you problems. But as you can see with this keyboard, when you push all the keys down, they still work, and that's really important. So that means you can still use those keys whilst you're pushing down some other keys, and that for a gamer, as you can see, I'm pushing all the keys down here, and this has up to 104 key registration on it, which you can push down. So my overall opinion on this, I really do like it, and I'm not just saying that. I really do like the keyboard. I think for the money, it's an awesome budget gaming keyboard, and also it's pitched right up there with some of the best keyboards which you would spend over £100 for. So if you are in the market for a gaming keyboard, then take a look at the Velocifire VM01. If you're worried about the palm rest, or you're worried about the lack of feet risers at the back, then that's entirely up to you, but I think it's okay for me. It feels okay to game on. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up. Thanks again for GearBest for sending this over. Bye for now.